What's going on, guys? Welcome back. One of the most innovative kayaks of the year is being demoed not too far from where I live. It's the Old Town ePDL. So we're gonna head over and check it out, get some first-hand exposure. I don't know how much because I'm sure there'll be a crowd, a bunch of people over there trying to check it out, but we'll get as much time as we can on it and get as much info. We'll share that with you guys. Stay tuned.
Okay. Lift this on both sides. Lift this button up and try to push back.
Push back. Gotcha. Oh, I gotcha. Yeah.
You'll find your place once we get the pedals down.
Right.
See that little spring clip looking thing?
Yeah.
Okay. To get it out of there, you got to give kind of a tug, not like a jerk into your face, just a snap tug.
Okay.
Pop it out of that. Then it'll be sitting on this other ledge. So I got it out of that.
Yeah.
Now it's still sitting on that ledge right there. It's resting on that.
Okay.
Now you just slide it up and drop it. Slide it up and back towards you and drop it. You don't have to go that far back. There you go. Turn that the other way. And just, you don't have to turn it all. You can turn it all the way, or you can just leave it like that so it's quick.
Gotcha.
I like to leave it like that so I can quickly undo it.
Okay.
Okay. Now, how's the leg feel? Need to go back farther?
Go back a little, just a hair. That's probably good right there.
Okay. Is that too far?
Yeah. Bam, right there.
There
Good.
you go. This is the motor.
Okay.
So this power on. I never can see it without it. You gotta push it deep. You gotta put top and bottom go deep. That's just, you know, don't stand on the top of the ladder type stuff.
Safety.
Yeah. Okay. Plus, you're at level 0.
Okay.
Right now it's a pedal drive.
Yep.
Okay. You start pedaling, you can push plus, and it goes to 1, and it's assisting you. And then each level you go all the way 1 to 5, you can keep pedaling and have pedal assist.
Gotcha.
Now, if you want to quit pedaling, you push that, and the motor takes over.
Okay.
But when you do that, you have to be actively pedaling for it to take over.
So while I'm pedaling,
While you're pedaling, press
then it
that.
kicks in.
And then you can go up and down in speed just with the motor.
Gotcha.
Okay?
If I start pedaling or hit reverse, will it kick that off?
Reverse kills the engine.
Okay.
So you can just, if you're flying in here full speed and you go, oh, I better get this up, just back pedal, it kills the engine, and you can lift this up and glide right in.
Gotcha.
And you can still steer it in as you go. Now right now the rudder is up, out of the water.
Yep.
So reach down with your right hand over there, see that lever behind you?
Yep.
Hold this in place so it doesn't turn. Now straight back. Lift that up and back. All the way down. You got the rudder deployed.
Gotcha.
So if you want to, have you ever pedaled a boat before?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Pedal back and steer yourself out of here. And you can try it.
Gotcha. Is reverse motorized?
No.
Okay.
Reverse is not motorized.
Gotcha. Let's bump this up here. So now it's at level 1. Get it to help us out. Let's see. Alright, I can feel it moving. But I'll bump it up to 3. Scooting along pretty good. It's a little rough out today. Let's bump it up to 5. Oh, you bump that thing to 5, man, she starts getting it. Apparently I wasn't supposed to go through the pass for the demo, but the guy that gave me the safety brief never mentioned any boundaries. and my intention was to test this kayak in a real-world environment. We laughed it off when I came back in. Apologize for the wind, guys. It's a little windy today, obviously. along pretty good. Let's test the steering, the maneuverability real quick. Oh yeah, actually turns pretty good. Oh yeah, not too bad, not too bad. I would say it turns a little bit better than the Outback, or another medium-sized kayak of the same grade. Got some good maneuverability. Now let's kick it in reverse. Motor cuts off. That was actually pretty quick. There's a slight delay when you kick it into reverse while you're moving forward, but all in all, it's pretty quick. Put it back and forward. Give a little assist. Yeah, I guess you press that. Yeah. Not too bad. This kayak handles the chop really well. I mean, you guys can see how rough it is out here, and it feels stable, it feels fine. It sits up really high. You can see the gunnel. Chair is almost at the top of the gunnel. For that reason, you sit up nice and high, so if you're fishing or whatever, really get some good visuals, able to cast easy. The seat's comfortable. I gotta say, the seat's pretty comfortable. We check the maneuverability. Alright, let's check the stability here. Take this down to 0. Standing up. Pretty stable. Definitely don't feel like I'm gonna fall. Very stable. Bump it up to 5. Kick on, there we go. Get my phone out, we'll do a quick speed test. Alright guys, you can see how choppy it is, but we're going to do a quick speed test just to see what we're cruising at. Alright, let's get turned around. We'll cruise back in. And we're at setting 5, so that's the highest setting. Looks like we're cruising at about 4.2, 4.3-ish is the average. Once the wave catches us, we'll pick up like 4.5 or so, but that's pretty solid speed. When I kick it in reverse, there's about a half-second delay and it shuts off. Not too bad. One other thing I noticed I didn't mention is there's a slight winding noise from the motor that exceeds the levels of most electric motors. It's not bad, but your proximity will be something to be conscious of if you do a lot of sight casting in calm waters. As time constraints were limited, this is more of a quick overview than an in-depth review, but I used what little time I had left to test the speeds of the various power settings. That's level 1, we're cruising around at about 1.5. We're going to bump it up. 2. We are in a turn. Let's go ahead and bump it up to 3 just so we can turn around and feel it kick in here, help it out. Bump it up to 4. we're getting into about 2 miles an hour, and then 5. It looks like we're getting into about 4.5. All right, guys, we got to take it back in. Looks like there's a line. They're calling us back in. There's quite a few people that are demoing today, so we didn't get a ton of time with it, but enough to come out here and check it out, kind of experience it. It is pretty cool, I gotta say. Definitely a unique system. It feels great. I like it. Out there pretty good? Oh yeah, it handles it great. It sits nice and high too. Let's pop that out. Oh, all right, that's pretty intuitive. I should have, huh? Should have brought a rod.
Helping me back in, so.
I was gonna look at some of the storage on it here.
Yeah.
Pretty standard.
Yeah, it's pretty standard with everything that we have throughout our line. If you're familiar with our
Old
line.
Town. Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah, I mean the dry box is in the same.
And then the battery sits up under the seat, doesn't it?
Yep. Yeah. So you'll just have these clamps right here. We can flip it over. Buckles. You can flip it up.
It's a 36 volt.
It's like the 36 amp.
Oh, 36.
Yeah, so this is what, so this obviously wire is connected to the battery. This is on the boat. Literally you just unplug that,
Yeah.
knock the battery out. There are little latches like this that go over the battery so it doesn't move around.
Cool.
I just don't have it hooked in right now. So.
How long can that last when you're running wide open at level 5?
Level 5 straight for about 2 to 3 hours. They have it advertised at 3. I think it's about 2 to 3. On level 1 cruise control, it's about 46 hours.
Gotcha.
And level 3 cruise control is like 20 something. So the pedal assist is like several days that you can be rolling. So,
Cool.
Yeah.
That's a slick rig. I appreciate it, man.
Heck yeah, man. Yeah, it's pretty fun. I was talking with them. It's just nice to know that, you know, if you're that far out and your battery does die, that you're not having to
where you can
paddle all the way back in. You know, you're pedal driving back in. Or you can play it safe and do the pedal assist back in, save some battery life. But
yeah, it's a neat little hybrid system for sure.
oh yeah, definitely.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Well, that was pretty cool. We got to go out and check out the Old Town ePDL. It was good to experience that. I've seen it, you know, advertised, and kind of good to get some hands-on exposure to it. I gotta say, the crew was very nice. They answered all my questions. They were considerate, you know. They gave us as much time as we could, considering the crowd. There was a lot of people that wanted to try it out. But I'm not gonna go into a bunch of statistics about speeds and power consumption and all that. There's plenty of that online. More of just a down and dirty, get out there, kind of get some exposure, feel it out. I will say that it's set real nice and high. You know, I've been putting a lot of hours in the Outback, and it's pretty low in comparison. So if you're used to that, you're gonna feel like you're sitting on a pedestal. But it's nice. It's very, very stable. I took it out in some pretty good chop. It was probably foot and a half coming out of that pass with some pretty stiff winds, and it didn't even notice it. I could fish in that all day long without any problems. So maneuverability, stability. Turned really well, had no issues there, equivalent to most other medium-sized kayaks. And as far as stability, it was, I mean, it's an Old Town, so, you know, they're built heavy, they're built well. It's definitely got plenty in that department. I stood up, gave it some good back and forth, moved around in it quite a bit, turned around to grab stuff, you know. Did well. I gotta say, I really enjoyed it. If there's only one hit I have on it, it's if you're not using the electric motorized system to propel you, the pedals do have a bit of grit in there that you noticed as compared to non-motorized pedal drives. There's just a little bit of grit sensation, but it's not unbearable. I imagine it was something you would even get used to or not even think about if you owned it. So, that being said, that was fun to get out there and experience. Hopefully you guys get a chance to check one out soon, and thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time.